Normally, I talk loads about golf technique. To be more specific, I talk about the old school strike, if you will, because that's my passion and that's what I teach. But this video is about something way simpler, and I think way more important, and that is our aiming. Because our aiming inspires, what we do, and how we perceive the world inspires our technique. What the heck am I talking about? Well, I talk about eye dominance. Majority of all my thousands of lessons over the years has been that the person, as a righty golfer like me, is aiming way to the right. And why do we do this? You see this all the way from beginners all the way to the tours. And that's also why I've chosen a little bit of a shorter shot here, where you get this kind of target focus, and I'll talk about it. Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus, to my knowledge, are both lead eye dominant. This means that they perceive the target and everything that they're doing the right way. They see it here and they do it the proper way. Nicklaus even aims to the left of the target because he's lead eye dominant and he has a fade bias swing, right? But if we are a trail eye or right eye dominant as righty players, we perceive the golf world a little bit wrongly, especially with shorter shots. I'm going to show you what I mean. If I take an intermediate target here and I stand up to the target like that, and now I look on the real target, it feels like I'm aiming here. That's what it feels like because my lead eye, my non-dominant eye, is deceiving me. So I stand up here and I feel like, no, I'm aiming way too much to the left. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to aim to the right. And I'm going to perform a golf swing, and I'm exaggerating now. So I do a pretty good golf shot, and I'm going to say, no, that's garbage because, that was a miss, right? It's actually not a miss. It's you performing exactly where you aimed. It's just that your eye dominance screwed you on this one. So how do you know if you're lead or trail eye dominant, right or left side dominant? You take your finger like this, you take a target, something like 30 yards over there, and you look what happens to the finger in relation to the target if you close your your left eye. So for me, the finger stays on the target, meaning that this eye is dominant. Or I go the other way around, I close my right eye, and now the finger moves. So for a righty player that is trail eye dominant, right eye dominant, everything will feel like you're aiming too much to the left if you're doing it right. And that's a problem, right? And we have this on the tours as well. Whenever you're seeing like a player that is coming, 130, 140 yards to the pin, and you feel like, oh, they're just gonna stick it close, and then they send it long and left, right? That's most of the time, in my interpretation, because they open their body up, because their eyes are deceiving them. The shorter the shot, the more target focus, right? You're looking, you're aiming, and eventually you have started aiming to the right. And even for tour players, when they become too much to the right, they're so talented, so they solve it through coming a little bit more over the top, being a bit more steep with a shut face. So that just means more speed into the ball and long and left. So how do you deal with this if you are trail eye dominant like I am? How do you deal with this? Well, the oldest trick in the book is really, really good to use, and that is the intermediate target. And the intermediate target is something that you pick out, I would say, within a half a meter in front of the ball. So I have it here. You put it there, or you have some piece of grass or whatever it might be, but you actually trust it. So I'm going to align myself to my intermediate target here. And already I'm looking here. It feels like my complete body just wants to angle up to the right because it feels like I'm way much to the left. But it was the perfect target. So the intermediate target is your best friend if you're playing as a righty and you are right eye dominant, or you're playing as a lefty and you're left eye dominant. But there is a level of respect here. Like, it's so easy in a round to start not respecting the intermediate target. It goes in the glimpse of a second, right? And especially in the last 9 holes. You stand here, you're good with intermediate target, you're looking on the target, you slip a little bit, and you angle yourself. Now you've set yourself up for being the best shot is short and right on the green, right? And you will say that it's a miss, but it's really not. So this is my absolute advice. Figure out which dominance you have and use the intermediate target. If you, like me, is playing golf as a righty, as right eye dominant, it will help you a lot, and it will be a trust issue to trust this intermediate target. So thank you very much for listening. I hope that something of this is of value for you. Thank you.